Are you ready for some fall weather? Well, we're just about 2 weeks from when fall officially begins, but we're getting an early taste as a powerful cold front comes in from the north and west. This thing started in Alaska a handful of days ago. It's been moving south and east. It picked up over the eastern Pacific and then into southern Canada, now into the northern Rockies, but it's coming right towards Arkansas and Oklahoma for our weekend. And as it comes in, there will be a chance for a stray shower, although we've got a little bit higher pressure here, and so some of those may fall apart, but we're definitely going to get some of that cooler air. It's this thin layer of cool air right by the surface that's coming in, and boy, you're going to feel a huge difference as we end this weekend and we head into Monday. We've had some nice weather the past couple of days. We're kind of trapped in between two systems. One, of course, the one we're talking about well off towards our north, and the other one farther towards the south, closer to the Gulf. With this, that also has some showers and thunderstorms with it too. But what's next? Well, as our next system approaches, there will be a chance for a stray pop-up. The highest chances will be in kind of two areas. First, the farther east you live, into more waterfall territory, Huntsville, Eureka Springs, Berryville, Hinesville, and then even farther east into Newton County and Mountain Home, north central Arkansas. The other place for better chances for showers and thunderstorms will be to our north, where maybe in parts of Missouri and Kansas, they'll squeeze out a little bit more rain. But I think a lot of those showers will start to fall apart before they get to Arkansas because it's all about the timing. This cold front now looks like it's going to start to arrive Sunday late morning. There's just not a lot of juju to the atmosphere at that time of day. So as it comes in, it's most likely to come in mainly dry, other than a stray shower. But what you need to know is that throughout your Sunday, that north wind's going to start to pick up. It's not going to be hauling, but it will be a wind direction change. We'll have it out of the north, 10, maybe even up to 15 miles per hour at times, keeping temperatures cooler throughout the day on Sunday. So as soon as we wake up and the sun comes up, we'll watch temperatures start to go up pretty quickly, but then that cold front comes in and they'll stop going up for the rest of the day. In fact, they may start to decrease a bit depending on where you live. But Sunday, that cooler air starts to come in, and then by Monday morning, some of the coolest weather that we've had in 100 days will be here. We're going to start in the 50s, and we're not talking about, 59, we technically hit the 50s. We're talking about 52, 53, 54. We're talking about low to mid 50s for us. That's a big difference. That's the coolest air that we've had since spring. So as this cold front comes in, the majority of the rain will be farther towards the north. Yes, we could get clipped by a shower or thunderstorm, and especially developing in some of the higher terrain, parts of the Boston Mountains and then north central Arkansas. And then back towards the north and west, parts of Kansas and Missouri, they'll have a little bit higher of a chance. Also, the center of this whole storm is going to be well off towards the north and east, right over St. Louis, headed into Chicago, Indianapolis. They'll have better chances of rain. And they'll also get some of the cool air. But we're getting the cool air with not so many of the rain chances. But starting to come in Monday, you're going to notice that drop in the temperature. And then by Monday, it is here. As the rain, though, comes in, we're just in that 20%, very isolated category. Farther places north will be in that scattered to widespread category, but we're not going to squeeze out a whole bunch of this. Here's that cold front coming in Sunday afternoon and evening, cooling us down. So by the time you're waking up Monday morning, we've got 50s, and then throughout the day on Monday, we'll try to rebound a little bit, but we may not even get out of the 70s in northwest Arkansas Monday afternoon. In the River Valley, we'll probably get back to the 80s, but recently we've been in upper 80s to near 90s, so we're talking about almost a 10-degree temperature difference in the afternoons themselves coming up for the next couple of days as we start your Monday. But what's also kind of cool is this will last for about 2 days, and then it's going to go away. September weather, more summer-like weather, will start to come right back in from the south as we start to change wind directions. So it's not going to last forever, but Monday, Tuesday look pretty cool. In fact, what's kind of cool, Monday will be exactly 10 days out from the start of fall, and Monday is just going to be feeling like fall across Arkansas and Oklahoma and across many parts of the U.S., the central heartlands, the U.S. heartland, the Corn Belt, even south in the Ozarks and parts of the Southern Plains as well. Now, speaking of some statistics, just for fun, we haven't had any 50s in the River Valley, and specifically in Fort Smith, since May. So that'll put us, 100 days later. I think about 107 days since we've had some 50s in the River Valley. That's a long time. Now, technically, in parts of northwest Arkansas, we've had some 50s. We had 50s some of the mornings earlier this past week, but we're only talking about just barely squeezing a 59 in before we start to warm back up. So, yeah, it's technically we're in the 50s, but we really mainly were the 60s in the mornings. But the last time we were in the mid-50s was back in June. So we haven't been this cool since about 74 days, so it's been a while. So we're enjoying some fall air finally coming into Arkansas and Oklahoma. Also, what's cool about some of the cooler weather is that over the next week or two, the fall leaves are starting to change farther north, right along the U.S.-Canadian border. They're starting to see their leaf change, and we'll start to see more of our peak coming in late October and into early November. It may be delayed by a week or two for peak itself, just because things have been pretty dry for us. We're still in a drought, and we probably will stay that way, at least a low-level drought for the next couple of weeks as we start to get that leaf change across the country. But the colors may not be as colorful this year just because it has been on the drier side. Even though we've had some downpours here and there, overall, things have been a bit dry for this summer and headed into early fall. But until then, enjoy some of the cooler weather to have to start to next week.